Colorado High School Activities Association softball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this afternoon from Strasburg. It's a Patriot League clash with the visiting Brush Bee Diggers taking on the Strasburg Indians. I'm John Beltran, and this is going to be a tough one for the Bee Diggers because Strasburg returns 5 starters from a year ago. They're 8-2 going in, while the Bee Diggers at 2-3 are coming off a 16-14 loss to the Weld Central Rebels. And when you look ahead at the Brush schedule, it is really a major challenge for the Bee Diggers because they've got Lions and Sterling next week. Of course, University is down the line, and so is Eaton later on in the season. All the Bee Diggers are looking for now is to play some solid defense and to pitch, because on Tuesday in the loss, 7 walks issued and 8 errors, and that's essentially 15 free base runners. So Brush will look to neutralize that Strasburg offense simply by pitching and playing a lot better defense than they have of late. Let's take a break. We'll come back with the first pitch of today's game between Brush and Strasburg on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by B&B Appliance. With over 30 years of experience, B&B Appliance can help match the appliances to your needs. At 502 Ensign in Fort Morgan, that is B&B Appliance. No changes to the Brush lineup. Batting first will be the pitcher Avery Lefevre. The second hitters, the second baseman Reese Lambert, the shortstop Brisa Aguirre Garcia hits third. In the cleanup position is the third baseman Alicia Hernandez. Batting fifth, the first baseman Tegan Haluska. Brianna Ludgate, the catcher, hits sixth. Left fielder Kareem Castillo hits seventh. And still trying to figure out for Brush who's going to hit eighth. They had that center field slot open. It might be Angelique Schrum. We do know that batting ninth will be the right fielder Molly Wolf. Defensively, Madison Brewers at first for Strasburg. Maddie Olson at second. Addie Kent, a freshman, at third. Grayson Graff, a lot of experience at short. Avery Ayman in left. The center fielder is Aubrey Archuleta. Kaylee Rushman in right. Behind the plate is Savannah Bradley. And the pitcher is Anna Vetter. And the first pitch is brought to you by Buildings by Design. They'll make your vision a reality. Check them out, buildingsbydesign.com. This is righty against righty. And the pitch swung on and fouled. Straight back. No balls and 1 strike to Avery Lefevre. The issue offensively on Tuesday was out of the 2-hole. Reese Lambert was 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. The pitch down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers hitting .360 as a team. Lefevre batting .500. The right-hander Vetter to the plate. Swung on and lifted towards short and caught. Grayson Graff to her left, to the right of the bag, made the catch. 1 down. Not much trajectory on that one. Here is
at the plate for Brush.
Reese Lambert.
Second base, number 13, Reese Lambert.
Her average dropped all the way to .312. She was at .500. That's what happens when you go 0 for 6 in the early season. And that pitch is a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike from Anna Vetter to Reese Lambert. Bee Diggers will be in tournament play coming up starting tomorrow. They want to establish some momentum here, and that's up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just underway with the bases empty and 1 out. And the pitch to Lambert. Swung on and tapped foul to the backstop. 1-2. Brisa Aguirre Garcia is on deck. Yeah, this Strasburg team certainly a step up for the Weld Central team they played on Tuesday in Brush. And the pitch up and in. Count moves to 2-2. to Reese Lambert, righty against righty. Big hole up the middle. Maddie Olson, the second baseman, playing and shading towards first. The offering, swing and a miss, took something off it. That's the fourth time in the last 7 at-bats that Lambert has struck out, dating back to Tuesday, 2 down.
2 away. At the plate for the Beat Diggers.
Aguirre Garcia tearing it up.
Aguirre Garcia.
533. A double, a homer, and 5 RBIs, but not a good situation when she's up there with the bases empty. Nobody to drive in except herself. And the offering, and that one nearly clipped her. She had to skip out of the way. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, she's not there to get hit by a pitch, but Isa wants to swing away. Digging back in. And the offering. That's right down the middle for a strike. Thigh high, and it's 1-1. Yeah, they have had good pitching throughout the years in Strasburg. Remember, they've won some state championships. The offering. Changeup has popped up, foul territory, third base side, and it's going to be caught by Addie Kent, the freshman, in front of the Strasburg dugout. And the Bee Diggers are retired in order. As we head to the bottom of the first, Brush does not score. Strasburg is coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's get to the starting lineup for the Strasburg Indians. Batting first is the third baseman, freshman Addie Kent. Center fielder Aubrey Archuleta, very familiar name, bats second. So is the shortstop, Grayson Graff. The cleanup hitter, another freshman, second baseman Maddie Olson. Kaylee Rushman, the right fielder, hits fifth. Anna Vetter, the pitcher, bats sixth. Left-handed hitting first baseman Madison Brewer hits seventh. Savannah Bradley, the catcher, hits eighth. And batting ninth is Avery Amon. The Bee Diggers defensively at first base have taken Haluska. Reese Lambert at second. The third baseman's Alicia Hernandez. At short is Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Karima Castillo in left. Michelle Headley is actually the center fielder. Molly Wolf in right. Behind the plate, Brianna Ludgate. And Avery Lefevre delivers the first pitch up and in to the left-handed hitting Addie Kent. And this team has hit the ball very well this season. Strasburg hitting .366, a little bit better than Brush. And this hitter, Kent, batting .432. The offering. Changeup is swung on and fouled off to the left. I think that Avery's got to go with that pitch a lot more. Her changeup is excellent, but she didn't use it until about the 90th pitch on Tuesday, and by that time she had issued several walks. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the offering. Swung on and popped up down the left field side. Aguirre Garcia, the shortstop, trying to make the play, and looks like it just fell in. Yeah, drops in beyond her reach. Yeah, we were blocked off there. We'll score a base hit. Tough to tell.
At the plate for the Indians.
But that landed in no man's land, is also giving chase was Karime Castillo. So it's a base hit. But Isa nearly got to that softball. Here's Aubrey Archuleta. Tough way to start if you're Brush, because that was a good pitch thrown by Lefevre. And the offering. Squaring to bunt, lays it down. Charging is the third baseman. Oh, and then mishandling the softball is Hernandez. That's going to go as a sacrifice bunt and an error, because that play should have been made.
Hitting for the Indians, senior shortstop, number 2, Gracie Graff.
She reaches on the sack bunt with an error on the third baseman. I mean, the one thing the Bee Diggers are doing a terrible job of the last couple of games, they're not fielding at first. They want to field and throw at the same time. And that cannot happen. Here's Grayson Graff. And they're on the road. Hitting .382, and that pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, that's emblematic of really the season, where you make good pitches and you can't get outs. So a little Texas leaguer, and then an error. Got first and second, nobody out. Bee Diggers were retired in order. And that one bounces in. Ball gets away just a little bit, but nice job of Ludgate keeping that in front of her. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitching and defense. That's what the Bee Diggers are looking at. Pitching and defense. just to stay competitive. 2-0. Righty against righty in the pitch. Swung on, and that's grounded up the middle for a base hit into center field. And Headley's going to throw it back in, but it's going to be cut off. And now the ball gets loose into foul territory on the first base side. And runners advance to second and third as Addie Kent scores. Another error off the base hit this time. It's 1-0 Strasburg. So already 2 errors. And the throw got loose in the infield.
At the plate for the Indians,
So it's going to go on Headley.
Freshman Maddie Olson.
Here is Maddie Olson. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. This is a really solid team. Olson, a freshman, hitting .303. When 2 of your top 4 hitters in the lineup are freshmen, you've got a bright future. Runners take their leads. And the offering. And that's down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. And you've got veteran hitters coming up. Kaylee Rushman, a junior. Anna Vetter, who's a junior as well. This team will be good for a few years. And maybe beyond that. Swing and a miss on some heat up and in. Archulette at third, Graff at second. 1-0 Strasburg on Graff's RBI single. 2 balls and 1 strike on Maddie Olson. Twirling that softball, Lefevre. To the dish. And that is a strike. On the inside corner, just below the letters. That's a quality rise ball, 2-2. You almost need a strikeout here because the defense is not one you can rely on yet. The offering. Swung on and fouled back. That pitch was down in the zone. Olsen not taking a shot. Stays at 2-2. And games tomorrow and Saturday. Our next game on Tuesday at Lions. And Lions is 8-2. So just like Strasburg. That's their record going into game number 11. Beediggers have only played 5 games. The pitch swung on, popped up into shallow right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. And to third is Graff. It's 2-0 as Molly Wolf tried to chase it down, but it dropped in. And again, that was up in the air long enough. A catch could have been made. But it's a brand new outfielder as well. I mean, there's too much inexperience for the Beediggers to be this good this early in the season. So you're going to see a lot of that. Kaylee Rushman, another right-handed hitter, batting .406. That is low. Runner going to second, throw back to third, and it skips away. The errant throw is going to send Graff to the plate. 3rd error of the inning, and it's 3-0. And 1 ball and no strikes. That error will be on the catcher, Ludgate. It is a stolen base for Olsen. Avery Lefevre has thrown a lot of strikes. Not a single walk so far. And the pitch, changeup, is a beauty at the knees. And the count is level at 1-1. I would love to see that as a 2-strike pitch, an out pitch. The Beediggers have the infield in. And I don't know what good that's going to do them. It's going to be hit right at a defender. They botched a couple of plays in those same situations on Tuesday. The offering swung on and lifted into foul territory and out of play for Ludgate, trying to give chase. Hit the bottom of the wooding near the fence. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strasburg has 3 hits in the Beediggers with 3 miscues. Some of those on the same play. 1-2 to Rushman. And the offering swung on and fisted behind the plate, giving chase Ludgate, and nearly got to it. Again, just not hit high enough for her to have enough time, and it remains at 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Feels like Strasburg has sent up 7 or 8. This is only the 5th hitter, but 3 have scored. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Lefevre looking for a strikeout or just any type of out. The pitch Changeup is fisted, foul territory, third base side, and just over the fence. Man, she can keep Strasburg off balance for a good portion of the game. The question is, how long will this game go? Can the Bee Diggers get this beyond 5 innings? They've already lost this year by scores of 15-0 to the Academy and 14-0 to Berthoud. And they trailed 3-0 in the bottom of the first with nobody out, a runner at third in Strasburg. And the 1-2 swung on and lifted, and that's going to be caught by the second baseman, Lambert, who had to backpedal because the infield was playing in. And a nice play by Lambert, first out of the inning.
That's one out.
Back to third.
At the plate for the Indians, that's your pitcher, junior, number 7, Anna
Is
Vetter.
Maddie Olson. Yeah, Olson went to second on the steal, then advanced to third later on in the sequence. Anna Vetter hurt the Bee Diggers a couple of years ago as a freshman. The pitch swung on and grounded left side to Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Low throw, runner holds at third, and she records the out. That's an excellent play by the Bee Diggers shortstop. Now they'll play back as Vetter is retired.
Number 19, Maddie Brewer.
That's the difference defense can make. A pop-up to second, a grounder to short. Madison Brewer had a host of RBIs in Brush's come from behind victory a year ago. Avery Lefevre to the plate. That is a strike. Ball dropped by Ludgate on the outside corner. No balls and one strike. Yeah, Lefevre showing lots of moxie out there. Not going to allow this game to get out of hand. And the offering. Change-up, swing, and a miss. 0-2. Can you throw that pitch twice in a row? I mean, her change-up this season has been very good. No balls and 2 strikes to Brewer. At third is Olson. Lefevre gets the sign from Ludgate. The pitch swung on and driven down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and that is just inside the line. It'll be a base hit for Brewer on an 0-2 pitch, scoring Olson. It's 4-0. Strasburg, and that's exactly what she did to Brush in 2022. I think she wanted to either get that pitch down or elevate it more, probably elevate it more, but the rise ball stayed flat. And for the Indians, their 4th hit of the inning. And Brewer went into that at bat, hitting .318. The pitch, that rise ball is up and away. Bradley, a sophomore, hitting .467 with 10 RBIs, which is tied for second on the team. Lefevre looks in. And the offering, that's low, 2-0. Only the second 2-0 count in the first inning. Well, she might go with a changeup and pitch backwards on a 2-0. Changeup has been very good so far. Let's see what she delivers. That's the heat, but that's down and in, 3-0. To Savannah Bradley. Start your associate degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate at Morgan Community College, morgancc.edu. It'll be a 4-pitch walk down and in to Bradley, first and second with 2 down. And here comes the 9-hitter.
Pretty surrender in. Rachel Rupert at first base. At the plate for the Indians, upfielder junior, number 9, Avery Iman.
Avery Iman hitting .240. Is now the hitter, the 9th hitter, right-handed hitter. You've had 2 lefties and 7 righties in this lineup. Rachel Rupel, the courtesy runner at first. Madison Brewer, the lead runner at second. The offering, that is right there for a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. Lefevre again throwing lots of pitches in this first inning, but she has thrown well. allowing her defense to make plays, just walk to hit her, but for the most part, she's been in that strike zone, and that time hit her on the backside. And that was not close in terms of Hyman trying to get out of the way. It was right there. She couldn't do anything. So the bases are loaded off the hit by pitch for Addie Kent, who lofted a single inside the left field line. This is one you want to prevent, 2-out damage. I mean, 6-7 versus 4-0, huge difference. Lefevre ready. And the offering. Swung on and lifted towards center field. That'll drop for a base hit. A run scores. Rupel's around third, headed towards the plate. The throw's going to be late. As she is in standing, a 2-run single with 2 down for Addie Kent. Strasburg leads 6-0 on their home field. Again, these balls are not hit hard, but just in the perfect spot.
Number 5, Aubrey Archuleta.
Exit velocity on all these balls, with the exception of a grounder, have not been impressive, but it doesn't matter. This is a game of placement. Archuleta with a sac bunt and reached when the ball was miscued, and that's fouled or misplayed. One with a changeup. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, this is the definition of placement. Only 1 ball's been hit hard. Archuleta awaits. She is the 11th hitter of the inning. And the offering. Rise ball is upstairs. 1-1. Half of the runs scored with 2 outs. That's what hurts. She was 1 pitch away, had an 0-2 count. And then gave up a base hit. The pitch in the dirt. Scooped up by Ludgate. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers are 2-3 going into the game, and Strasburg at 8-2. Big difference in record, big difference in number of games played. And the offering. Swang and a miss. Threw it right by Archuleta. It's 2-2. Either way, the Bee Diggers have a huge hole to climb. But they've seen that already this season against the Academy, against Berthoud, against Weld Central on Tuesday. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maybe a changeup here. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a rise ball. Let her high. It's a strikeout of Archuleta. And the inning is finally over. 6 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, and 2 left. We head to the second in Strasburg. Strasburg 6. Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Score is Strasburg 6.
Alicia Hernandez, who had a bases clearing double on Tuesday in the 2-run loss to Weld Central, will lead off the top of the second for Brush, trailing Strasburg in Strasburg 6-0. Hernandez around the team batting average level, hitting .364, is 4 points higher than the team average. They're led by Lefevre and Brisa Aguirre Garcia and Castillo. Brisa hitting .533 going into the game. Castillo and Lefevre at .500. And the pitch from Anna Vetter swung on and drilled foul up the third base side. No balls and 1 strike. Hernandez, Haluska, the lone left-handed hitter in the Brush lineup, who was very impressive on Tuesday, driving in 5, and Brianna Ludgate. Bee Digger football team is a bye week. They'll entertain Yuma a week from tomorrow. The pitch, up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alicia Hernandez. Vetter retired. All 3 Bee Diggers in the first. Swung on. That's grounded left side. And that is fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first. And just in time. What a play by Graff on the long throw in the hole. And that was a bang-bang play at first. Hernandez is out, but that ball was hit very hard. And that was one of the detriments. If that ball's hit a little bit softer. Although you don't encourage that. You want hard contact. She might have beat it out. That gave Graff enough time to zing it over there. Haluska hitting .462. 10 RBIs to lead the team. That is fisted left side, fielded by Graff. Low throw, but that's dug out by Brewer. 6-3 once again, 2 down.
Graff to Brewer. Ditto.
If they continue to play defense like that, the B-Diggers are going to be hard-pressed to generate and mount a rally.
Catcher number 5, Brianna Ludgate.
Brianna Ludgate, the right-handed hitting catcher, with a .273 average with 2 down and the bases empty in the second. Strasburg leads 6-0. Vetter delivers, swung on and driven in the air down the third base side, and there is room or no? Nope, just up against the fence as Addie Kent, the freshman, tried to make a play. No balls and 1 strike. Vetter threw just 15 pitches to retire the first 5 B-Diggers. That is efficient. Ludgate back in the box. Vetter to the plate. Swung on and grounded to short, but cut off by the third baseman. Throw to first. It's going to be in time on the play from Addie Kent. I tell you what, that is athleticism on the left side of the infield, as demonstrated by Graff, the shortstop, and Kent, the third baseman. And the B-Diggers are done 1-2-3 once again here in the second inning. To the bottom of the second, it's Strasburg 6, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Strasburg 6, Brush nothing as we move to the bottom of the second. Grayson Graff,
leading off the bottom of the second inning.
Maddie Olson and Kaylee Rushman, the hearts of the order.
Number 2, Gracie Graff at the plate.
5 hits in the first inning for Strasburg, and they were also aided by 3 Brush errors. I had Brush with 8 in the previous game. That doesn't mean it was scored that way. I'm not the official book. A base hit for Graff, driving in a run first time up. A strike, a solid strike on the inside corner from Avery Lefevre. Yeah, they had Brush with 7 errors and 4 by the shortstop, Aguirre Garcia. The pitch, change up, is on the inside corner, strike 2. Lefevre 2-1 strike to ball ratio. Very impressive so far. No balls and 2 strikes to Graff, but this is a good 2-strike hitting team as they proved in the first inning. And the offering swung on line, foul up the first base side. That was hit very sharply, but a late swing, a protective swing by Graff. 0-2. Yeah, you look at Strasburg's side of the ledger. Their losses to Rocky Ford 10-8 and Lions 3-2, and Brush has Lions on Tuesday. And then Sterling at home on Thursday. The pitch swung on and lifted behind the circle and caught by Lefevre. She had to backpedal. That's going to be a tough play for the second baseman Lambert or even Aguirre Garcia. And the athleticism of Lefevre was able to track it down, 1 down.
Hitting for the Indians, freshman second base number 1, Maddie Olson.
Maddie Olson with a base hit in her first at bat. Freshman now steps in. The big hit in that first inning was the 2-run single with 2 outs by Addie Kent, who's in the 1 hole, but she was in her second time up in that inning. Lefevre delivers, bounces to the plate. We haven't said that much in this one. She had her struggles on her home field, bouncing some to the plate, even though I thought she pitched even better as the game went along. Just had to get the early innings out of the way. The pitch swung on and grounded into right center field for a base hit. And then the ball gets through Headley and now to second. And the throw's going to be late as it's tracked down by Molly Wolf. So a base hit and an error, the 4th error by the B-Diggers.
Hitting for the Indians, right fielder number 6, Kaylee Rushman.
It looks like Headley did not get that glove down whatsoever. And Wolf, being very, very attentive, just kept running. She had her backed up the whole time, but it couldn't slow down Olsen. Kaylee Rushman popped to the second baseman Lambert. The offering swung on, and that's grounded to short. Brisa has it. Solid throw, and it's dropped by Haluska. And now to second is the hitter, and back to third is the lead base runner, Maddie Olsen, and that's evidence of what the Bee Diggers have been doing. Haluska tried to catch it and throw it at the same time. Yeah, that's unacceptable, and she knows it. She tried to catch it and throw it at the same time because the runner was breaking for third. And the Bee Diggers have got to learn easy outs. Just get the easy out and execute it. Change up is lined and caught by the pitcher. Nice job by Lefevre. A soft liner, very soft liner, caught it chest high. Anna Vetter's 0 for 2. And you've just got to help out. You've got to help out your pitcher.
19, Maddie Brewer.
5 errors already for Brush. Madison Brewer had a base hit, scoring a run. And they scored half of their runs in the first inning with 2 outs. 6-0, 2 on, 2 out, bottom 2. The pitch swung on and missed. Swung over the top of that, down in the zone. It's 0-1. And the Bee Diggers going to be underdogs in many games this season, but they could salvage a lot from these games if they play good defense. Haven't seen it yet. Swung on, grounded right side, second baseman Lambert plays it off her glove. The ball gets loose in the infield and now picked up by Brisa, and a second run scores, but that's going to be a base hit. She would not have been able to throw at the hitter Brewer. A tough backhanded play. 8-0. We'll give her 2 RBIs, even though that second RBI is a gift, but Lambert really did just about what she could do. Got a glove on a ball that was hit up the middle. Savannah Bradley has walked. And the pitch. Strike on the outer half. Eight runs allowed by Lefevre, only 1 earned. Wow. Because even that one being a base hit, but the inning should have been over. The pitch. Beautiful pitch on the outer half at the knees. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Savannah Bradley. Second plate appearance, 8th hitter in the lineup. At first is Madison Brewer. And the offering swung on and fisted in the air, and it's going to be caught by the charging Avery Lefevre. That little fly ball between the pitcher and the catcher, and Lefevre charged and had a great beat on it.
Completed 2 innings.
And she had a heck of an inning, making some solid defensive plays. For Strasburg in the second, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 more Brush errors, and 1 left. Let's head to the third. Strasburg 8, Brush nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Avery Lefevre has been terrific in the circle, but the Bee Diggers trail 8-0. She's allowed 1 earned run. Brush still looking for their first base runner as they bat in the third. Castillo, Headley, and Wolf.
All right, leading off top third for the Bee Diggers.
You look at the pitching
12,
comparison.
Karimi Castillo.
Lefevre, a walk, a strikeout, and a hit batter. And a Vetter with 1 strikeout over the first 2 innings. Let's see if Castillo can provide Brush with a base runner. Vetter delivers. Swung on in line foul. Or caught. Oh my gosh, that was blocked off again.
Nice grab by Maddie Brewer.
And a line drive to Brewer, and there's 1 down. 1 down here. On a line drive to Madison Brewer.
At the plate for the Bee Diggers.
And that's why I was blocked off. I had to motion somebody to get out of the way. Didn't realize that I was right behind them. Well hit by Castillo. Here's Michelle Headley. That's a solid at bat, even though it's a 1 pitch at bat for Castillo. The pitch Swung on, and that is driven for a base hit into right field by Michelle Headley. She went the other way. The only difference, she got a little bit more elevation. Beautiful swing by Michelle Headley. And the Beat Diggers have their first base runner. They've actually had some quality at bats. Grayson Graff has made some good plays at short. And then Addie Kent at third. That sends up Molly Wolf. The pitch. That's taken for a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Molly Wolf hitting 100. Big hit for Headley there, her second of the season. She goes from 167 to 273. Swing and a miss on a pitch up and away. Late on that one, it's 1-2 to Molly Wolf. And Anna Vetter just trying to mow these Bee Diggers down as quickly as possible. 21 pitches. She's already retired 7. Swung on and fouled off to the right. I love Brush's approach here, trying to go the other way. Just go the other way. And they've had 2 good swings. And that was a pretty good swing there, a good protective swing by Molly Wolf. 0-2, 8-0 Strasburg. 1-on, 1-out, top of the third. Vetter has thrown just 5 balls in 22 pitches. That is outside, well off the plate. 1-2 to Molly Wolf. Well, the pitching has really picked up for Brush. The hitting approach is pretty solid. But we know the reason they're down 8-0. 2 reasons, the hitting and their defense. Swung on and fouled back, went with a changeup. The runner Headley was taking off. She's going to have to go back to first, and somebody's got to tell her. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Molly Wolf. Stubbs Gas and Oil at I-76 and exit 66A in Wiggins. They have it all, gas, food, and travel accessories. In the dirt, Bradley keeps it to her left, 2-2. And a gorgeous day in Strasburg. I mean, this is beautiful. Game time temp, 88 degrees. Wolf awaiting the pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Up and in with that heater. Second strikeout for Anna Vetter, 2 down. Lefevre popped a shorter first time up.
For the Beat Diggers, senior pitcher number 3.
She would love for Vetter to bring it down a bit. Get a pitch down in the zone, not something too high. Tough to get on top of those rise balls. The offering. Swung on and fouled back. Good swing. Got underneath it. It's 0-1. Brush has already been shut out twice this year. That's the quality of pitching they will face, and it's not getting much easier. Well, they've got Sterling next Thursday, and Lions has got 8 wins. No balls and 1 strike. 6 in the first for Strasburg. 2 more runs in the second. The offering inside. Had to back off Lefevre. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brush volleyball team plays tonight at home against Frontier Academy. Brush has already got more wins this year in volleyball than a year ago. They won 3 matches a year ago, 4 this year. So it's already a banner season. The pitch, up and in, runner going to second. The throw is going to get away into shallow center field. Headley's going to get up and race towards third. The throw, the slide, and she's going to be in there, and the ball's up against the side of the fence. It'll be an error on Bradley, preceded by the stolen base. And the Beat Diggers have a runner right there at third with a 2-ball, 1 strike count. First error by Strasburg. It is 2-1 to Avery Lefevre. Can she get the Bee Diggers a run? Looking in for the sign. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Man, Vetter is bringing it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see who Strasburg has coming up on their schedule. They've got Eaton, the defending state champion, on Saturday in Eaton. Wow. Brush doesn't have Eaton till early October. 2-2. The offering, down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if Avery can drive in Headley because Lambert's on deck and she is in a mini slump right now. 0 for 6 on Tuesday, then struck out in her only at bat in this game. Be a nice confidence builder if she could come through, but let's see what happens with Avery Lefevre. Payoff pitch, swung on and chopped over the circle. Fielded by the shortstop, Graff. Throw to first is going to be late. It's a base hit for Lefevre. She beat it out with that speed. And the Bead Diggers are on the board as Headley scores. It's 8-1.
At the plate for Brush.
That
Senior,
chop
second base, number 13,
really helped.
Reese Lambert.
It gives you an extra half second on the chopper. And Reese Lambert will now bat. Yeah, the board should say 8-1. There it is. Lambert digging in from the right side. And the offering. Swung on and grounded foul up the third base side. Yeah, she just wants solid contact. Hit some balls in the air on Tuesday. Anything on the ground would be progress. You can't necessarily get out of a small slump with a base hit. It'd be nice, but if not, at least hit it on the ground. 0-1 to Lambert. The pitch swung on. That's hit on the ground to third, and the throw to first is low, but dug out by Brewer on the play made by Addie Kent. The Bead Diggers, however, do score a run in the top of the third inning. One run on 2 hits,
Strasburg
1 error, and 1 left. 2.5 complete. Strasburg is in the lead. They're in control. Strasburg 8, Brush 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
A couple of crusty old guys, I think. I don't know. Out there.
8-1 Strasburg leading Brush. Bottom of the third. Strasburg has nearly batted around twice. They'll start with their number 9 hitter, Avery Iman, hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance.
Indians, junior left fielder number 9, Avery Iman.
To give you an idea of how well, yes, not how poorly, how well Lefevre has thrown in an 8-1 lead for Strasburg. 48 pitches, 34 for strikes. That ratio was not even close to that good. It was much better on Tuesday, but not at that level. And it's at this level right now. 9-1-2 for Strasburg. Against this right-handed hitter with lefty Addie Kent in the on-deck circle. Down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. And Lefevre has been worked over this year with a number of pitches. She's thrown 167. And it's a natural motion, but still, that's a heavy total. 1-0 to Iman. This will be pitch number 50. And that one is off the glove of Ludgate, but it's a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Avery Iman. Lefevre ready. And the pitch. That is inside. Ball 2, strike 1 to Avery Iman. Two and one here to the number 9 hitter. The pitch. Foul to the backstop at 2-2. Approaching the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. On the web at KSIR.com, all part of the Eastern Plains Sports Network, and on the TuneIn app. 2-2 to Iman. The pitch. Change-up, swing and a miss. Holy mahungus. What a pitch by Avery Lefevre, 1 down. Strikeout number 2 for the senior. Here's Addie Kent. Kent has been a headache so far, 2 for 2 with a 2-run single. to score runs 5 and 6 in the first inning. Lefevre delivers. Down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. And she's got a groove in that circle. She's been in a groove the entire game. With Archuleta waiting to hit next. And the offering. And that's up in the zone at 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to Addie Kent. Yeah, she's gone the other way with her 2 base hits. And the pitch. Right there for a strike on the outside corner. Ball 2, strike 1. 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the third. Strasburg leads Brush 8-1. Lefevre gets a sign. The pitch swung on and tapped foul. Along the first base side, it's 2-2. Two and two. Lefevre looks in. Let's see if she can put her away. And the offering. A rise ball is upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Avery just methodically working through the Strasburg lineup, but that pace has helped her. That pace has really, really helped her. 3-2. The pitch. Change up is just a little bit high. It did miss. Second walk issued by Lefevre, but I love that pitch selection. Kent had to think about it. It was barely above the letters. Here's Archuleta. Reached on an error, but it was a sac bunt with an error, and then struck out swinging. Officially at 0 for 1 for Archuleta. We did start a little bit tardy. The pitch. Change up is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. And now Ludgate and Lefevre trying to clear up something as they communicate. Archuleta, one of several returning starters for Strasburg. That 6-run first inning, the big difference right now with a 7-run lead for the Indians. And the pitch. Low, runner goes to second throw, and that's going to be late. Backed up by the second baseman, Lambert. Stolen base for Kent. And 2 balls and no strikes. Beediggers want to keep this at less than a 10-run deficit so they can go beyond 5. 2-0. Archuleta waits. Swung on and fouled straight back and over the screen. 2-1. Anytime that Lefevre's gotten into trouble, she'll come back and throw strikes. All right, a 2-1 here to Archuleta. Strasburg, by the way, wearing their black jerseys with the red pants. The Beediggers in white uniforms and black pants. And that one hit her on the left shoulder. Tried to come in on a pitch. Second hit batter by Avery Lefevre. And here is Grayson Graff. An RBI single. And she popped up. Yeah, I mean, Graff, it's a softball. Come on.
Number 2, Gracie Graff.
Graff showing some courtesy to her teammate, making sure she's okay. But the softball doesn't hurt half as much as a baseball. I'll tell you that. Especially with a ball hitter on that fleshy part of the shoulder. Didn't look like any bone there. The pitch. Low, 1 ball and no strikes. 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 3 left for Strasburg. 1 run, 2 hits, 5 errors, and a base runner left for Brush. The lone RBI came from Avery Lefevre. with 2 outs in the third. And the 1-0 changeup bounces in. Yeah, she's got to reestablish her grip and her rhythm now. 2-0. Trying to walk off the last 2 or 3 pitches. Still with a very favorable 40 strike to 25 ball ratio. And a 2-0. That is up and away, 3-0. Strasburg is looking to break it wide open in this third inning. Kent at second, Archuleta at first, 1 down. 3-0, and that's in the dirt. It's a walk, second consecutive walk. Tom Odell might pay a visit. Third walk overall. And watch out here.
Second base, number 1.
Maddie Olson is 2 for 2 with a run batted in. A very uneventful inning so far for Strasburg, but yet they've loaded the bases via 2 walks and a hit batter. Let's see if Olson is taking. She will, and it's up and in on the rise ball. 1 ball and no strikes. This is easily Lefever's worst inning. She was very effective in the first 2. 1 ball and no strikes. Kent at third, Archuleta at second, Graff at first. The pitch. That one bounces away, and here comes Kent to the plate. She scores sliding. The other runners advance on the wild pitch. It's 9-1. Yeah, somebody's got to talk to Lefever. Right now, she cannot find it. She's lost it after a very effective first 2 innings. So 2 balls and no strikes to Maddie Olson. Lefever ready. And the pitch in the dirt. 3-0. Oh, she's 1 pitch away from 3 consecutive walks. And Kaylee Rushman could be up there in a bases-loaded situation. The offering, not even close. Very high. 3 walks in the inning for Avery Lefever. Along with a hit batter, here comes Tom Odell. Let's see if she stays in the circle. I mean, she's Brush's best shot every time she's pitching. So far this year, she's been Brush's, it seems, only shot. They've got to develop other pitching. And I know they're working nicely with Molly Wolf. Doesn't have the level of experience that Lefever does, but you got to keep working them. Mason Unrein is a perfect example. They worked with her. She threw a perfect game as a junior and then was stellar as a senior. So here we go with the bases loaded. 1 across in the bottom of the third. Strasburg 9, Brush 1. The pitch, that's right there for a strike on the outer half. Belt high, it's 0-1. Rushman popped to second in her first plate appearance and reached on an error in her second plate appearance. 0 for 2. The pitch, swing and a miss on a rise ball. It's 0-2. That's all you need. A little visit from the coach. Now, what is she going to throw? Really, there's 2 choices, effectively. The changeup and the rise ball. The rise ball probably would be safer considering she just threw on the pitch. That's a rise ball, swing and a miss. Right by Kaylee Rushman. Avery Lefever strikes her out on 3 pitches, 2 down. That's the third strikeout for Lefever. Anna Vetter has grounded out and then hit that soft liner caught by Lefever. Wow, despite all the struggles Avery's had in this inning, she might limit Strasburg to 1 run. The pitch swung on and fisted on the ground right back to the circle, and the throw to first is high, but coming down on the bag is Haluska as Lefever makes the play, and that's exactly what happened. A bunch of walks issued in the inning, but Avery came back nicely. 1 run. No hits, no errors, and the bases were left loaded. We head to the 4th inning. We'll do that in 1 minute. Strasburg 9, Brush 1. This is 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the 4th inning in Strasburg, where the Beet Diggers trailed the Indians 9-1. Brisa Aguirre Garcia hit a pop-up into foul territory, caught by the third baseman Kent. Her first time up, she will step in. The junior has been Rush's best hitter this season.
Junior shortstop, Brisa Aguirre Garcia.
Against right-hander Anna Vetter, who's thrown just 34 pitches in 3 frames. And the offering. Swung on, that ball's grounded foul along the third base side. No balls and 1 strike. 3, 4, and 5 in the Brush 4th. Beet Diggers need to mount a huge rally if they want to move to 3-3. A huge rally against a solid right-hander in this junior Anna Vetter. The pitch. Rise ball is very high. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, lots of activity happening. Now it's September. Everything's going on. And the offering. And a check swing foul to the backstop. 1-2 to Aguirre Garcia. Again, Brush hitting .360 as a team going in. I think their offensive approach been pretty solid. The offering swung on and grounded foul third base side. Now, I thought there were a couple of issues with players swinging at 2-0 pitches in the 6th and 7th innings on Tuesday when you had a pitcher clearly struggling and both were weak groundouts. I mean, you don't have to hit the ball to get on base. I know that should go without saying, but Brush was so aggressive on Tuesday. It helped them and it hurt them late in the game. Without a doubt, they should have won that game. The pitch, outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Yeah, the approach is always to swing. I don't know about that. You know, when a pitcher's struggling, you got to make them throw a strike. It applies in softball just like in baseball. Vetter with a 2-2. Swung on and popped foul and out of play. Went with a rise ball out of the zone. Strasburg scored 6 runs in the first and 2 in the second. Both teams with a tally in the third. 9-1 is the score. This will be the 7th pitch of the appearance to Brisa Aguirre Garcia. And here it is. Foul straight back. Hanging tough. And I don't know if Vetter's got a changeup, because if she doesn't have a changeup, well, Brisa's all over the heat. I mean, she is very, very difficult to strike out. She did strike out against Berthoud. That's the only one I remember this season. 2-2. Down and in. Off the glove of the catcher, Bailey. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Brisa's not going to get cheated. Let's see how many times she struck out this year. Yeah, that's the only time she struck out. 3-2. The offering. Swung on and driven in the air to left field. That's got some carry. That'll drop in the gap for a base hit. And she's going to hold up at first base, right in between Iman and Archuleta, and that's the way the 4th inning starts for Brush.
At the plate for the Beet Diggers, third base, junior number 23, Alyssa Hernandez.
Alicia Hernandez grounded to short her first time up. That's a heck of an at-bat there by Brisa. The pitch. Inside corner. Strike one. No balls and one strike to Hernandez. Better to the plate. Up and away. Yeah, Bradley behind the plate. She is solid. I mean, she just brings down everything. Nothing gets by her. Tough to steal, although the Bee Diggers did get a stolen base from Michelle Headley, who scored Brush's only run 1 inning ago. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, or no outs, and that is a strike down the middle. I should have said 1 on and nobody out, 1-2. To Alicia Hernandez. The hit by Aguirre Garcia Brush's 3rd of the game. The offering. Outside. Ball 2, strike 2. Game is starting to slow down a bit because the Bee Diggers are putting together quality at-bats. Hernandez awaits. The offering. Fouled at the plate. Tried to tie her up there. Good swing by Alicia Hernandez. Remaining at 2-2. Trying to battle and maybe get on with a base hit. Swung on and driven foul down the right side and out of play. Count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with the service and products you need at your most critical time. Wiggins Electric will do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 9-1 Strasburg in the top of the 4th inning. Alicia Hernandez awaits. Swing and a miss and a ball down in the zone. Throw to second. Brisa goes. She's going to be in there with a steal. So 1 out. But Brisa, nice job stealing that base. Vetter recorded her 3rd strikeout. Here's
Beat Diggers. Number 8, Tegan Haluska.
Tegan Haluska grounded to short on the first pitch she saw. Actually, I believe it was the 2nd. And the offering in the dirt, blocked by Bradley. A ball and no strikes to Haluska. Yeah, when the Bee Diggers play these games, they got to get off to a better start. Weld Central had 5 runs in the first. Strasburg with 6. You get into trouble that badly. The pitch up and in. It makes you feel like you're out of the game before you try to get back in the game. 2-0. To Tegan Haluska. Brisa at second. The offering. Swung on lined, and it's off the third baseman. Let's see, did she catch that? Oh, my, did she? Let's see. Yeah, that was caught. Oh, my gosh, a backhanded catch over there. There was no cheering by the Strasburg crowd. And again, we're partially cut off, but it was caught by the third baseman, Kent, on a hot shot. Well, I've never seen a ball hit so hard in such a good play, and yet it's like, it's a routine play. That's not a routine play. 2 down. Here's Ludgate, the pitch. That's a strike on the inner half. It's 0-1. Ludgate grounded to third in her only plate appearance. Yeah, Brush has made solid contact with many of these swings, but Strasburg only has 1 error in the game. And the pitch, swung on and chopped left side. Here's Graff, the shortstop, bobbling, and she'll have no play. That'll be an error. She bobbled, and then she had no play. First and third as Ludgate reaches. Karime Castillo hit that line drive that was caught by Brewer, the first baseman.
Karima Castillo.
Again, Brush is either hitting line drives or putting the ball on the ground for the most part. So Strasburg has committed 2 errors. Now can the Bee Diggers capitalize? The pitch swung on and grounded over the circle for a base hit into center field. Scoring is 1 run. Here comes the second and out at the plate. And a throw to third. Well, that should have been the third out. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I guess that's why Haluska must have reached. All right. All right. This is
junior center fielder number 17.
This is confusing
Michelle
here.
Headley.
All right. Haluska apparently did reach, and I didn't see that at all. Ludgate reaches on the air, but thrown out at the plate on the base hit was Brisa. So 2 down. All right. Now that makes sense. That pitch is a strike on the inside corner. All right. Well. Yeah, I've never lost it this badly. All right, Castillo with a base hit. But a run did score, and then the trail runner, Brisa, did score. Swung on, that's fisted on the ground. Right side, bobbled, throw to first, late. That will score another run. It's 9-3. All right, Haluska was the one thrown out at the plate on the base hit by Castillo.
Hitting for Brush, junior right fielder number 14, Molly Wolf.
Molly Wolf is now up Headley with a routine grounder to second. It was botched over there by Olson, second error of the inning. The pitch, swing and a miss and a rise ball. Taking second is Headley, no throw. So you've got second and third. No balls and 1 strike. The Bee-Diggers trying to climb back into the game with 2 runs across. Strasburg has made 2 miscues in the inning. The pitch, swung on in, lifted for a base hit down the right field line. It's actually fielded by the second baseman. A run will score. Nice job of Matty Olson backing that up, but it got over Brewer's head. Scoring is Castillo. Headley to third. It's 9-4. So Brush is mounting a nice rally. So that's the one I got confused on. Haluska, I thought, was into that dugout. I didn't even see her at first base, but it was a line drive. Scored a base hit off the glove of Kent, and that's why there was no rooting in the stands. The Bee-Diggers have 6 hits in the game to 7 for Strasburg. Man, what a rally for Brush. Here's Lefevre. Tremendous job of Molly Wolf just shortening that swing and going the other way. Again, hitting is not the issue right now. And even the defense is picked up. And it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. Yep. We'll tell you, well, let's see what happens.
All right, top of the order for the Bee-Diggers, senior pitcher
nope, we're not.
3, Avery Lefevre.
Batter's going to stay in there. It looked like they were going to switch. She's going to stay in there. 9-4, first and third, 2 down and 3 across. And now Lefevre calls time. But we did have a big out at the plate when Haluska was thrown out on a base hit from Castillo. That's down and in when Brisa did score on the play. 1 ball and no strikes. And even though Strasburg has committed some errors, the Bee-Diggers have earned these runs. The offering swung on and lifted down the right field line. That one might drop, and it's off the glove of the second baseman, Olson. Throw to second, and the slide, and Lefevre is out, but a run does score. Will score a base hit. Olson had it play off her glove, but Lefevre tried to take second. She was thrown out. And the Bee-Diggers plate 4 runs. Let's make sure they score that. Let's make sure they score that. Molly Wolf, and they do score that, but Lefevre is out 4. Let's see, it looked like she's out 4 to 9 to 6 for the Bee-Diggers in the inning. 4 runs on 5 hits. 3 miscues. And 1 left. Let's head to the bottom of the 4th inning in 1 minute. The Bee-Diggers are back in the game. An 8-run lead is down to 4. It's Strasburg 9, Brush 5 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 9-5 Strasburg. Madison Brewer is 2 for 2. 7, 8, and 9 against Lefevre, and that pitch is a strike. Just above belt level at 0-1. The Bee Diggers just scored 4 runs. And again, I apologize. I had botched one hitter there in Haluska. I thought she had lined out to third. I didn't see her at first because again, we're at such an odd angle. But she did get a base hit. And then the bottom of the lineup produced with Castillo. Swung on and popped up foul territory, third base side. Hernandez makes the basket catch. On a full sprint towards the fence, there's one down. How about that brush defense picking it up?
Coming to plate for the Indians, catcher number 18, Savannah Bradley.
And then Headley reached on an error. Headley's been on base twice with a couple of steals. And then you also had a base hit from the 9-hitter, Molly Wolf. Both teams with 7 hits in the game. Savannah Bradley, the 8-hitter, has walked and popped out. Now it's on Lefevre and the defense to keep them in the game. The pitch swung on line, base hit into center field. That was hit on a rope. Bradley now at 1 for 2. Here's Avery Iman. Hit by a pitch and struck out. And let's see if we'll have a courtesy runner. We will.
Courtesy runner for
That'll
the
be
number 12, Rachel Rupel at first.
Rachel Rupel
At the plate for the Indians, left fielder
as
number
the
9,
courtesy runner for the catcher.
Avery Iman.
Hopefully that was just the one bad half inning for Lefevre when she walked 3 and hit a batter. And incredibly enough, only allowed 1 run. The pitch, changeup, bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, there's no doubt the Strasburg team has lots of experience, and their youth, 2 starters who are freshmen, very good. Lambert is shaded towards the first base side. There's a huge hole right up the middle that has to be protected by the pitcher, Lefevre. 1-0. Inside corner for a strike. Just below the letters, 1 ball and 1 strike. With 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the fourth inning. Brush down at 1 point, 9-1. Trails 9-5. Iman back in. And the offering bounces. That's the worst pitch thrown by Avery in this game. But a nice job of Ludgate just trapping that one. 2-1. It's been a sloppy one, though. 9 errors combined. Strasburg really scuffled with those 3 errors in the previous inning. The pitch fouled right off the catcher, Ludgate. 2-2. Lefevre picked up her strikeout total on Tuesday when she struck out 3 Rebels in a row. Finished with 7 strikeouts. She's got 3. And you've got to get Iman. You don't get her, then you've got Kent and Archuleta coming up. That turns over the lineup again. Get this hitter, they'll be 2 down. Pitch. Swung on and tapped foul, third base side.
Come on, Abe, win this battle.
Remains at 2-2. Iman hit by a pitch and struck out, as I mentioned, 0 for 1 officially. With Rupel at first. The offering, changeup in the dirt. 3-2, good idea. Huge pitch coming up. See, what we saw on Tuesdays when the Bee Diggers would climb back in, then they'd give up runs. They were always facing a deficit, and sometimes that deficit mounted. The pitch, yeah, not even close, very high. 5th walk issued by Lefevre. The 4th in the last inning plus.
Freshman third base, number 3, Addie Kent.
And she is not retired. Addie Kent singled twice and walked. Got to figure it out now. A ground ball up the middle is not going to be fielded by anybody because Bee Diggers are shading her towards first base. The pitch, that looks pretty good. It's a strike. Took something off it. On the outer half, it's 0-1. Strasburg 9, Brush 5, bottom of the fourth inning, 2 on, 1 out. The right-hander Lefevre against the lefty Kent. To the plate. Upstairs. 1-1. Good idea. Got that rise ball. Working nicely. But just a little bit above the letters. Lefevre. Pitches. Change up, and that gets through Ludgate. And that's going to advance the runners. That will be a wild pitch, even though she should have trapped it. Kind of nonchalanted that one. Now it's second and third, and you fear that Brush is going to give up some runs. And now they're going to play the infield in. 2 balls and no strikes. You don't want to give up all the runs that you scored in the top half of this inning. You've got to win some innings. And the 2-0. Swung on, popped up, left side of the infield, a shortstop. Aguirre Garcia makes the catch. That's an excellent pitch, tying up Addie Kent the first time she's retired. 2 down.
At the plate for the Indians, center fielder number 5, Aubrey Archuleta.
Archuleta with a sac bunt, reaching on an error, struck out, hit by a pitch. 0 for 1. They have scored some runs with 2 outs. The Bee Diggers have to prevent that from happening again. Lefevre delivers. Low, 1 ball and no strikes. Since 2003, Western Engineering Consultants has been providing big firm product with small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com for more. 1-0. Swung on and lifted to left field. And coming in and making the grab is Castillo. And the Bee Diggers get out of that jam in the bottom of the fourth inning. No runs. 1 hit. No errors and 2 left.
4 innings.
Well, the Bee Diggers won that fourth inning handily. It's Strasburg 9, Brush 5 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. This game looked like it was completely out of hand when Strasburg led 6-0 after 1 inning, 8-0 after 2. But the Bee Diggers have come to play. 9-5 as we're headed to the 5th. They hit the ball very well in that fourth inning with
at the plate for the Bee Diggers,
5
13,
hits,
second base,
scoring
Reese
4 runs.
Lambert.
They were helped out by 3 errors. Lots of those were after base hits. Lambert, Aguirre Garcia, and Hernandez. The pitch swung on and grounded foul along the third base side. It's 0-1. Lambert struck out and grounded to third, 0 for 2, 0 for 8 in her last 2 games. Anna Vetter has thrown 63 pitches. And she strides and pitches outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, you want Brisa up there with somebody on base. She's led off an inning. She's been up there with nobody on. And that swung on, grounded to short, and bobbled by Graff. Throw to first will be late. Oh, she made another miscue, and that's the way the 5th inning starts. The shortstop was not able to make the play, and now both teams have committed 5 errors.
Hitting for the Bee Diggers, number 26, Brisa.
Excellent contact by Lambert, even though she's 0 for 3. Now here is Brisa. She is popped out and singled, swung on, lined, and caught by Graff. Throw back to first will be late. Oh, got in on the fist, and then the ball got away, and Lambert to second. Well, that'll be a line out and another miscue. The ball was never secured by Brewer at first, but there is 1 out.
Third base, number 23.
Yeah, it looked like that liner was not struck very hard. I think it got in on Brisa's hands. Here's Alicia Hernandez, grounded out and struck out, and that pitch is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The Bee Diggers have stranded just 2 in the game. Strasburg has left 8 on base. That's also a big difference. Lefevre has pitched out of trouble especially in the third inning. Swung on and grounded left side. Third baseman Kent fires offline to first, up against the side of the fence. Hernandez to second. Rounding third and scoring is Lambert. And the Bee Diggers draw to within 3. It's 9-6. And now Alicia goes to third. That was an awful throw by Kent. And Strasburg is just falling apart defensively. A routine play and thrown away. That'll send up Halusko's grounded out and then singled on the line drive off the glove of Kent. I would have never thought this would have happened.
Hitting for the Beat Diggers.
Brush had
First
5
base, number
errors
8,
in the game and
Tegan
Strasburg had
Haluska.
none. Now Strasburg has 7 errors. Here's Haluska, and she's a very, very solid hitter from the left side. The pitch, swung on and lifted foul up against the side of the fence on the third base side. No balls and 1 strike. Brush has scored the last 5 runs of this game. Looking to stun Strasburg. Vetter looks in for the sign from Bradley. The offering, low. 1-1. The Bee Diggers 2 years ago lost during the regular season, but won a regional final. As they made it to the state tournament, a trip they're used to making. And that one hit her. Oh, man, right in the square of the back. Haluska's on base, and the tying run all of a sudden is at the plate.
Hitting for Brush.
Nobody anticipated this.
Catcher, number 5. That's a lie.
But these Bee Diggers
Catcher,
have some
left fielder,
fight in
number
them.
12, Karima Castillo.
Making sure Haluska's okay, because that one, that had a thud to it. We might have
I
a
really
courtesy
messed up.
runner.
It's a good thing they called timeout so I can get this straight. That'd be the catcher, number 5. She's a junior, Brianna Ludgate. She likes to fish and hunt a little bit.
So Hernandez at third, Haluska at first. Already a run across in the 5th inning. Well, we had a 2-hour and 35-minute game on Tuesday. We're just shy of an hour and a half. And the way it's going, this could be a long one. Can Ludgate deliver? 0 for 2, but she's made contact twice. The pitch swung on and lifted foul. Early swing down the left side and well out of play. It's 0-1. Yeah, this is just a stunner as far as Strasburg is concerned. They were cruising along with an 8-0 lead. And now the Bee Diggers have mounted a comeback. And even though they're hitting the ball, I'm just shocked that Strasburg has been so sloppy defensively. The pitch swung on and fouled back on the rise ball. It's 0-2 to Ludgate. Castillo had a base hit in the previous inning, driving in a run on the play that Haluska was thrown out trying to score a second run. No balls and 2 strikes. At third is Alicia. Haluska's at first. The pitch swung on and grounded slowly left side. Third baseman Kent throws to first for the out. A run is going to score, making it 9-7. Hernandez crosses home plate. And runner to second.
Hitting for the Beat Diggers, junior left fielder, number 12.
I'm pretty sure that's a courtesy runner out there. Either way, an RBI for Ludgate. And that's what you had to do, get the run across. Pitch to Castillo, swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, I'm going to have to spot that one at second. I see it looks like a 10. Castillo in the game. Swung on, grounded right up the middle for a base hit. Let's see if they can score another run. Run around third, a wide turn. And yes, it's an RBI for Karime Castillo. And the Bee Diggers to within 1. It's 9-8. Wow.
At the plate for the Beat Diggers, center fielder, junior number 17, Michelle Headley.
And here's Michelle Headley. Castillo is 2 for 3. Headley's 1 for 2. Swung on and chopped foul to the backstop. Brush has scored 7 unanswered runs to draw to within 1 at 9-8. Castillo at first, and the bottom of the lineup has been very instrumental in this one. Headley awaits the pitch. Swung on, grounded left side, fielded by Kent. Throw to first is high and off line. And again, a Beat Digger's going to reach on a miscue. Kent with another error. Headley reaches for the second time in as many plate appearances on a Strasburg error.
At the plate, right fielder number 14, Molly Wolf.
That is 8 errors by the home team. Here's Molly Wolf. Struck out in a base hit, driving in a run. The tying runs at second, but we're only in the 5th inning. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner with some heat. No balls and 1 strike. What a great comeback by Brush. They've been Tom Odell's teams just, it doesn't matter who's out there. They just keep going and going. Even when they're down, the pitch fouled at the plate. 0-2. They have played much better today than they did against Weld Central. I mean, considering this is a more quality opponent, a higher quality opponent. They got that first inning out of the way, and they've really controlled the game. This was a 9-1 game on the road. And that's going to be scored a ball. She started her motion, did Vetter, and did not deliver, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Wolf still down on the count. The offering, fouled back. One with a rise ball, and Molly nearly got on top of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 runs across in this inning, 4 in the previous inning. Anybody's game now. Vetter to the plate. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop off of Graf's glove. She's going to hold the ball right there. It'll be a base hit. Tried to backhand it in the hole. Wolf is on for the 2nd consecutive time with a base hit. And the bases are loaded for Avery Lefevre. Let's see what Lefevre can deliver here. For Brush.
Beat Diggers. Senior pitcher number 3, Avery Lefevre at the plate.
With the bases loaded. Brush has scored 3 in the inning. The pitch, and that is off the glove. Here comes a runner to the plate, the toss to the plate, and sliding in safely, and tying the game is Castillo. It's tied at 9 in the 5th inning. Wow. And 2 runners in scoring position. 2 in scoring position. Lefevre with a base hit. Inexplicably enough, can give the Beat Diggers the lead. So 2 consecutive innings with 4 runs. And a Vetter to the plate. That is outside, 2-0. Lambert is on deck. 2 balls and no strikes to Lefevre. Vetter ready. So is Lefevre. The offering. Swung on and chopped slowly. Second base side. Toss to first is in time. Lefevre is retired by Maddie Olson. Oh, it nearly took a little bit of a tricky hop on Olson, but she stuck with it. However, another great inning for Brush. 4 runs on 2 hits, 4 Strasburg errors, and base runners left in scoring position. To the bottom of the 5th inning, Brush 9, Strasburg 9 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bay Diggers don't want any moral victories, but if they don't win this
All
game,
right, leading off the bottom of the fifth inning for the
this
Indians.
is certainly an improvement from what we saw 2 days ago in a
Shortstop, number
16-14
2,
loss to
Gracie
Weld
Graff.
Central. On the road, down 9-1. Brush scored 4 runs. In each of the last 2 innings. Here is Grayson Graff, singled, popped out, and walked. 1 for 2 the pitch. Up and in. From Avery Lefevre, 92 pitches deep. She has scuffled the last couple of innings, but has been able to work her way out of it. 9 runs allowed, only 2 earned. But Brush is actually playing better defense now than Strasburg. The offering. That is upstairs, 2-0. And when you're tied late in the game, the advantage goes to the home team with that final at bat. That's why I got to mow them down right now, and this is the meat of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5 for the Indians. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch, inside corner, strike 1. Lefevre has walked 5 in the game, 3 in the 3rd inning. He was really good in the first 2. Not too bad in the 4th. Ball 2, strike 1. The pitch, changeup is fouled over the screen. 2-2. And Lefevre's walking out there with some swagger, and you have to do that. That confidence, that swagger gives your defense some lift. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Grayson Graff, the shortstop. Avery to the plate. A little bit high. That did miss. 3-2. First hitter's always a big one. Always a huge hitter to get. Got to nail down that first hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch coming up to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. And here it is. She took it for a ball. Rise ball again and missed. 6 walks issued by the Brush pitcher. Here's Maddie Olson.
At the plate for the Indians.
3 times at the plate, 3 times on base.
Olson.
2 singles. A walk. And an RBI. Pitch to Olson. And that's just down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, this game right now belongs to Avery. Get him in the zone. Get him right in the zone. Force the Strasburg team to put it in play. Your Brush's best option, and she's battled here the last 2+ innings. 1 ball and no strikes. Got to come in with a pitch. Here it is. That's right there inside half for a strike. Thigh high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Olson, right-handed hitter, second baseman, just made a big play defensively. And now they're calling over Olson and Graff. Trying to have those 2 in sync with batter and base runner. One ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers have rallied from 8 runs down to tie the game at 9. And now Olson steps out. All right, digging back in. Let's keep this game going. Let's not slow it down. The pitch, foul to the backstop. 1-2. One and two here to Maddie Olson. The pitch, changeup is fouled off to the right. Oh man, what a pitch. Yeah, they have not hit 1 ball hard on the changeup, and Avery's gone to that off-speed pitch a lot more in this one. A lot more. The 1-2 pitch, here it is. And that one rolls up there, and now runner to second. The throw's going to be late. So a runner in scoring position in Grayson Graff. Count is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got to get this hitter. With Rushman and Vetter coming up, you don't want to all of a sudden allow Strasburg to go up by 2 or 3 runs, especially since you have fought so hard. 2-2. The pitch. Changeup is fouled off to the right. Oh, again, off speed. And they're keeping their hands back long enough so they get a piece of it. That changeup by Lefevre is as good a pitch as she can throw. She did have a strikeout earlier in the game on the changeup. Swung on and lifted to left field. Castillo to her left, way back, and it's over the outstretched glove. Graff around third, headed towards the plate, and now the throw to third, and safe. It's 10-9. It's a triple for Maddie Olson. She is now 3 for 3 on base 4 times. Oh, Castillo nearly got to that softball, just beyond her outstretched glove.
Headed to the plate for the Indians, right fielder number 6, Kaylee Rushman.
Here's Kaylee Rushman. The Bee Diggers are going to play the infield in, down 10-9 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rushman's 0 for 3 on base once, aboard on an error. The pitch swung on and lifted into shallow center field. Headley comes on, makes the catch. There's the tag, throw to the plate, and sliding in head first is Maddie Olson. Sac fly for Rushman. It's 11-9.
Going to the plate for the Indians. It's pitcher
Anna
number 7,
Vetter.
Anna Vetter.
Has grounded out twice and lined out. That ends a string of 8 consecutive brush runs with a 2-run scored in this inning. And that run is, those 2 runs are earned. So with the bases empty, Lefevre delivers. There's a bunt. Lefevre charges, fields, gloves, throws to first. And that one is botched. It was a low throw. Haluska couldn't come up with it. Brush had played such good defense on a routine play. It's their 6th error of the game.
Senior Maddie Brewer.
That is unfortunate. See how low that throw. That's either obviously on Lefevre or Haluska. Doesn't really matter. The base runner's on. Madison Brewer singled twice and popped out. 6 errors for Brush, 8 for Strasburg. Squaring to bunt, lays that down, and charging is Lefevre. Throws to first, and that's going to be late. That'll be a base hit. Perfect bunt by Brewer. A base hit. And now first and second. Little things. Walking the leadoff hitter. And then not a good exchange on a bunt. And actually Vetter got the third. So let's correct that. First and third. Infield is playing back with 1 out. They just want the easy out. Bradley has walked, popped out, and singled. And the pitch. And the rise ball is just a little bit up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. And now what do we have? I'm not sure. Are they going to look for a courtesy runner, maybe for Brewer? After that pitch. Well, let's get somebody in there and not slow down this game. Yeah, well, I got to make those decisions quick. That's Win Winter.
Subbing in to run at first. That's number 8, freshman Winnie Winter.
So Winnie Winter is the courtesy runner now at first for Madison Brewer. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 across. 2 on base with 1 out. Strasburg leads in the bottom of the 5th inning, 11-9. Yeah, we're going to go over the 2-hour mark in this game, well over 2 hours, considering where we're at right now in the game. Looked like it was going to be a breeze for Strasburg. The Bee Diggers, though, would not give up. Whether you're a traditional or non-traditional student looking for an associate degree or specialized certificate, visit njc.edu, Northeastern in Sterling. The pitch, and that bounces up to Ludgate. Nice block, 2-0. Avery's got to be getting tired. That was pitch number 109. She threw 167 unofficially on Tuesday. 2 balls and no strikes. Lefevre ready. The pitch. Nope, down and in. Winter to second, no throw. And what happens when you fight so hard to get back into the game? One thing is tying the game, the other is overtaking your opponent, and now the infield has to play in. But it is a 3-0 count. And the pitch, very high. Walk number 7, issued by Lefevre. Bases loaded for Avery Iman, hit by a pitch, struck out and walked. Rachel Ruppel, the courtesy runner, now at first.
Courtesy runner for the catcher. Rachel Ruppel in at first. Coming to the plate with the bases loaded.
Well, this is
Avery
huge for
Iman.
Brush. Are you going to stay in the game or not? This is huge. Got to get this hitter. 0 for 1, but has been on base twice via 3 plate appearances. The pitch, outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Coming up straight up at 6 o'clock, this is 1010 KSIR Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. On the web at ksir.com and on the TuneIn app. 11-9 Strasburg. I'm John Beltran, bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. A pitch. Change up has popped up foul territory, and Ludgate is going to make the catch. That was a beautiful play. Just took a couple of steps to her right and flipped off that mask. 2 down. And a great pitch thrown by Lefevre.
At the plate for the Indians. That's your third base. Number 3, Addie Kent.
Addie Kent has singled twice, walked and popped out. Keep in mind, Strasburg has stranded 8 in the game on base. Brush could make it 11 if Lefevre retires Kent. The pitch, high, 1-0. Anna Vetters at third, Winnie Winter at second, Rachel Ruppel at first. 1 ball, no strikes against this left-handed hitter, Kent. The pitch, swung on, lined up the middle for a base hit. It was nearly snagged by Lefevre. 2 runs will score. Here's Winter sliding it head first. A 2-run single for Addie Kent. 13-9 Strasburg in the bottom of the 5th inning. That was a shot up the middle. And even the outstanding reflexes of Avery Lefevre could not slow down that softball.
Senior center fielder coming to the plate. Number 5, Aubrey Archuleta.
Aubrey Archuleta, a sac bunt. Strikeout, a hit by pitch, and a pop out 0 for 2. The pitch, change-up, lined, and backhanded, and caught right off the shoe tops by the shortstop, Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Strasburg is retired in this inning.
All right, we just finished 6 innings. Meat Diggers,
4 runs.
The Indians, 13.
3 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. It's just the 7th inning on the board. Let's make sure. I think that's going to the 6th inning. Strasburg 13, Brush 9 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, I'm sorry, I believe I
Well, the
missed
Beat Diggers
number
have batted
13 at plate. Reese Lambert, second base.
9 the last couple of innings. They've scored 4 runs in each of those frames. They need 4 more. They're down 13-9, top of the 6th. Reese Lambert takes a pitch upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes from Anna Vetter. Lambert struck out, grounded out, aboard on an error, 0 for 3. Lambert, Aguirre Garcia, and Alicia Hernandez for Brush. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch up and in, 1-1. Got to get a couple of runs here. You're still in the game at 13-9, but if you're shut out in this inning, That might signal an empty gas tank, so to speak. Vetter to the plate. Swung on and chopped right off the glove of Vetter. Picks it up, throws to first. In time. Lambert is 0 for 4. Aguirre Garcia has popped out,
At the plate,
singled,
the Diggers, junior
and lined to
shortstop,
short.
made a fine catch in the last inning. That'd be Brisa Aguirre Garcia.
1 for 3 in the game. Big, strong right-handed hitter. Takes a pitch for a strike. That's the same pitch that Vetter threw her in the previous at-bat when she lined to short, tied her up a little bit. 0-1. What a great athlete Brisa is. I mean, she could play any sport. Extremely coordinated. The offering, up and away, 1-1. Part of that powerhouse lineup last year as a sophomore, led the team in RBIs. Her average has dropped today because when you're hitting .533 going in and you're 1 for 3, tough to keep up. 13-9 Strasburg in the 6th. Swung on, popped foul. Behind the screen, it's 1-2. Yeah, Vetter's trying to pitch inside on Brisa. Because if you allow her to extend her arms, she could go deep like she did on Tuesday. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bradley gets a sign from the dugout. Looking in, Anna Vetter. The pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Yeah, a couple of runs would help here. I mean, any runs would help, even 1, but for a chance to win, you don't need necessarily 4 here to tie the game. That would help, but you've already got 1 out and the base is empty. But some good hitters coming up, including this one, the pitch. Down and in. Ball 3, strike 2. To Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Vetter holding that right hand over her eyes. That sun is bright. The pitch swung on and lifted to left field. That one has got some carry to it, but it's going to be caught shy of the track by Iman, 2 down. And again, throwing that pitch on the inner half to tie up Brisa and not allow the ball to hit the meat of the bat. Here's Alicia Hernandez.
Junior third base, Alyssa Hernandez.
She's 0 for 3. Grounded out, struck out, aboard on a miscue. Strasburg, even if they win, they've got to clean up their defense. 8 errors to 6 for Brush. The pitch, swung on, grounded, foul, third base side. Yeah, the Bee Diggers have expended so much energy coming back in this game that to complete the comeback is going to take another jolt. No balls and 1 strike. Again, no Brush football tomorrow night. They're back at it a week from tomorrow night at home against Yuma. And what a victory it was. 20-17 in double overtime over Fort Morgan a week ago. Swung on, lined, and caught. Knee level by the third baseman, Addie Kent. Another hard hit ball by the Bee Diggers.
Indians 13.
But for the first time since the second inning, the Bee Diggers are retired in order. 5 1/2 innings are in the books. Strasburg 13, Brush 9 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Strasburg looking for some insurance runs, leading 13-9 against the Bee Diggers and Avery Lefevre. Grayson Graff is 1 for 2, singled, popped out, and walked twice, so she's been on base 3 times. Changeup, strike on the inside corner, and that pitch has been money in this game for Avery Lefevre. I'm guessing she's thrown at least 20 changeups. And they've had Strasburg off balance. But they're still a good hitting team. The line score for both teams, not pretty. Changeup again, but that one hit her on the left knee. That's the first time she's thrown it twice in a row. Avery's looked very good at times, but
Hitting Vindens.
7 walks and now 3 hit batters. Does have 3 strikeouts against this lineup. That is 13 runs, 11 hits for Strasburg, 9 runs, 9 hits for Brush. Here are the other numbers. 8 errors for Strasburg, 6 for Brush. 10 left on base for the Indians, 4 for the Bee Diggers. The pitch bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. Maddie Olson with a couple of singles, a walk, and an RBI triple. 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Avery Lefevre to the plate. Swung on, that ball is lifted and caught by the second baseman. Lambert throw to first late. Back in diving is Graff on a soft looper. 1 down.
Hitting Vindens. Right fielder number 6, Kaylee Rushman.
Again, the Bee Diggers don't want moral victories, but let's face it. They needed something like this, down by 8 runs, to show what they're made of, to come back in this game. And the job is not finished yet defensively. Kaylee Rushman at 0 for 3. Does have a sac fly in her last at bat, and that went behind the hitter. And let's see, that ball tipped the bat. It's going to be a foul ball. That's how badly Lefevre missed with that pitch. Runner's got to go back to first. Avery's got to just concentrate a little bit harder now. No balls and 1 strike. She's thrown a lot of pitches, and the sun is bright, without a doubt. Oh, geez, what are we doing again? Why are we calling the hitter and the runner back? This is the second time in as many innings. The Strasburg coaching staff, and you rarely see this, 2 innings in a row. Let's talk to the base runner and the hitter at the same time, but that's what Wes Madrill wants to do. It's almost like a visit to the mound. I don't know. You can't allow that too many times. No balls and 1 strike. With 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning, Strasburg leads Brush 13-9. Lefevre with no balls and 1 strike, and now time is called. Oh, can we get a pitch clock here maybe? We're playing a high school softball game that is at the 2-hour mark after 2 hours and 35 minutes on Tuesday. The pitch, down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. With more than likely 1 inning to go. Lefevre is going to throw nearly 300 pitches over 2 outings. She's about 11 shy. The offering, nope, bounces in. I think she's lost her legs a little bit. You lose your legs a little bit when you roll it up there because the extension is not there. And you really have to stride. But she's a tremendous athlete. Let's see if she can compensate on this one. 2-1. The pitch. Yep, swung on, grounded left side. Third baseman Hernandez to second. It's off the glove of the second baseman Lambert into center field. Perfect throw by Hernandez. And the Bee Diggers have committed their 7th error as Graff advances to third.
At the plate for the Indians.
That was a good throw.
That's the pitcher, number 7, Anna Vetter.
It's a good throw by Hernandez, and Lambert just botched it. Here's Anna Vetter, grounded out twice, lined out, aboard on an error, officially 0 for 4. This is a horrendously fielded game. We've seen a couple of good plays, but I've got unofficially 15 errors. And Strasburg's errors are worse than Brush's because it's on their home field. Strike down the middle, runner to second, no throw. Kaylee Rushman's at second base. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, you can't have a game with 15 errors. You can't have a game with 10 errors. Even a game with 5 errors combined is shaky but acceptable. No balls and one strike. Graff and Rushman at third and second respectively. B-Diggers are just playing back because they just want to get outs. You can cut down as many runs at the plate as you want, but that's been an issue for Brush. The pitch, swung on line, up the middle, base hit into center field. Graff scores, Rushman around third, throw the tag, and out at the plate! Out at the plate is Rushman on the throw there from Headley. 2 down to second is Vetter. On a hop, that was beautiful. That's a heck of a play defensively. Love seeing that type of softball.
First base number 19.
Bang, bang at the
Brewer.
plate. Only 1 run scores as Rushman is retired at the plate, 8-2. Madison Brewer. 2 singles, a pop out and a bunt single, 3 for 4. Very good left-handed hitting. First baseman. The pitch. Changeup is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Lefevre gave up 5 earned runs amongst the 16 the other day against Weld Central. 5 earned here amongst the 14 for Strasburg. Very similar. So she's actually battled and pitched pretty well. 1-0. Bounces. Blocked by Ludgate. 2-0. Finish it off. I know she's thrown 295 pitches over 2 outings, but want to finish this off right now. 2 balls, no strikes on Brewer. 14-9. Strasburg in the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 down and a runner at second. The pitch. Swung on, fisted foul up the third base side. Riding in on the hands of Madison Brewer. Ball 2, strike 1. Yeah, tough to strike this hitter out. You got to play defense against Brewer. So he puts the ball in play and hits the ball very well to left field. The pitch, up and in. 3-1. Lefevre will take her time behind the rubber. Walk around, settle in, get the sign, twirl the softball, pitch, change up, outside. It's a walker, 8th issued in this game, and her 6th since the 3rd inning. Her 7th, I believe, since the 3rd inning. Savannah Bradley is 1 for 2.
Sophomore catcher.
Amongst
18,
those,
Savannah
4 plate
Bradley.
appearances are 2 walks. All right, let's get out of this one right now and get the B-Diggers back to the plate. There's hope at 14-9. The pitch, inside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Bradley, the number 8 hitter in this lineup. Excuse me. Eyeing the target, Lefevre. Vetter, the lead runner. The pitch, fouled, and that ball was about to hit her, looked like. She didn't want to get hit. 0-2. Well, that changeup has been really good for Avery Lefevre. Wouldn't be a bad idea to try to unleash that right now. Unleash it. Let's see if she does. 0-2 pitch. She does, but barely got it to the plate. It's a wild pitch. Runners advance. Vetter to third. Brewer to second. And it kind of got stuck on the tip of her fingers, and it really never had any oomph to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Savannah Bradley. The last 5 runs of the game have been scored by Strasburg after the B-Diggers rallied from a 9-1 deficit to tie the game. The pitch, swung on line. That's a base hit into left field. That will clear the runners at second and third, around first to second. Bradley with a 2-run double scoring veteran Brewer. 7 unanswered runs for the Indians at 16-9. Avery Iman is up.
Courtesy runner for the
Rachel Rupel
Rachel Rupel in at second.
is the courtesy runner.
That's Avery Iman, your left fielder at the plate.
Well, nice job by Strasburg. They were not going to allow Brush without a fight here. That's low. To overtake them on their home field, and the Bay Diggers are 3 outs away from losing for the 4th time this year. Strasburg still up 16-9. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch, squaring to bunt foul, third base side. To Avery Iman. And the Bee Diggers they've got a lot ahead of them in terms of softball. A lot. With tournament play coming up to pitch. That bounces in. Blocked once again by Brianna Ludgate. She's been a warrior behind the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here to the number 9 hitter. The pitch, swung on, grounded slowly to short. Charging Brisa, throw to first. In time. Iman is retired. And so is Strasburg.
All right,
but they pick up some insurance runs. 3 runs, 2 hits,
Indians
1 brush error, and 1 left. Strasburg 16, Brush 9 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tegan Haluska will lead off for Brush in the top of the 7th, trailing 16-9. Swung on and grounded left side. Shortstop Graff throws to first in time. Nice play by Grayson Graff.
Graff, the Brewer on the put up.
Haluska's 1 for 3. Here's Brianna Ludgate, 0 for 3. Grounded out twice, a board on a miscue. Every ball's been hit to the left side by Ludgate. The winning team on Tuesday, Weld Central, scored 16 runs. That's what Strasburg has right now. But their lead is 7. Brush lost that game by 2. Swung on, popped foul to the backstop. It's 0-1. And Strasburg could have made it a much bigger total. They left 11 on base over the first 6 innings. The Bee Diggers have taken advantage. They've only left 4 on base. No balls and 1 strike. And Vetter is about to toss her 100th pitch. That's far fewer than Avery Lefevre, the offering, in the dirt. Close the book on Lefevre. 6 innings, 139 pitches. 16 runs, 7 earned, 3 strikeouts, 8 walks, 3 at batters. Strike inside corner to Ludgate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brianna Ludgate. Castillo's on deck. And the pitch, swung on and chopped left side. Long throw for Graff at first is going to be late. It'll be a base hit. That's a nice chopper hit by Ludgate, so she's in the hit column. Here's Castillo. She's been an excellent hitter. Lined out
Hitting for the Bee
to
Diggers.
first and then
Left fielder junior, number
back-to-back
12,
base hits.
Castillo.
Very impressed by Castillo's game today. Got 2 RBIs, so does Lefevre. Swing and a miss and a pitch up and away. No balls and 1 strike. Not happy with herself there. Yeah, the bottom of the order has been very effective. Castillo, Headley, and Wolf, they've been on base a bunch of times. No balls and 1 strike in the offering. Inside, rides Castillo off the plate. It's 1-1. Strasburg Had an 8-0 lead after 2, and Brush did not have a base runner till the 3rd inning. And the game turned around. The pitch swung on and tapped foul, third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bee Diggers have 2 more games tomorrow in tournament play, 2 more on Saturday after playing today. At least that's what the original schedule called for. Yeah. In tournament play, Ray Yuma, then Rocky Ford swung on, foul back, and then Lyman and Fort Lupton on Saturday. Man. Well, let's hope they don't get burned out. I mean, Lyman is winless. They're like 0-11. Fort Lupton is 7-2. That will not be an easy game. Those are the Saturday games. Rocky Ford is always solid there, but they're 5-6. Swung on, grounded up the middle for a base hit into left center field. Castillo with 3 hits in the game. Karime Castillo has just picked up Brush's 11th hit of the game. Michelle Headley,
Hitting for Brush. Junior,
1 for 3, singled and a board on an air twice. Her first swing was a line shot into right field. We're going to have a pitching change. Well, we're going to have a visit to the circle. It has been a long week of softball, a long week. We're going to be on the air combined for 2 softball games for 5 hours. 5 hours, 2 games. And there is a pitching change in the 7th. We'll tell you about the new pitcher on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Kaylee Rushman is the new pitcher. Anna Vetter goes to right field. 2 on, 1 out in the 7th. Strasburg 16, Brush 9. Michelle Headley is the batter for Brush. Let's see what Rushman brings to the table. The pitch, very high with a rise ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Ludgate at second, Castillo at first, both with base hits against the starter Vetter. Awaiting the pitch is Headley. Rushman delivers. Swing and a miss. Another rise ball. That time Headley went fishing. It's 1-1.
If you didn't notice, we got a new pitcher. Kaylee Rushman at the rubber.
The runners on their bases. No leads in softball till the ball is delivered. Up and away. Ball 2, strike 1. A reminder that 9 locations across Northeast Colorado and Nebraska means there's always a location close by at Rudy's Tires. The pitch. Swung on, popped foul off to the left. 2-2. Again, I'll say this. I mentioned this on Tuesday. A short game is a good game. These games that eclipse well over 2 hours, not good games, unless you're going extra innings. And that is evidenced here. It might sound like opinion, but when you have 15 combined errors, that number speaks for itself. The pitch, swing and a miss. Hadley strikes out, 2 down. On a pitch on the outer half, Molly Wolf from the 9-hole struck out and then singled twice,
Molly Wolf.
driving in a run in her first plate appearance. Rushman delivers. That is on the outside corner, strike 1. Good pitch. It's been a game of runs, 8-0 Strasburg. And the Bee Diggers scored 8 unanswered, down 9-1, and 7 straight for Strasburg. Swing and a miss on a pitch away. Same pitch that Headley just struck out on. No balls and 2 strikes to Molly Wolf. The post-game show is coming up right after the final out. The pitch outside. Wanted that called strike, but that missed. Yeah, we want to go home, but you got to do it legitimately. And the Bee Diggers are not going to go down without swinging here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Molly Wolf. First and second. Rushman delivers. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Count stays at 1-2. Remember, our next Bee Digger broadcast will be on Tuesday. Brush is at Lions. This is the 6th game of the season. That'll be the 11th game because of 2 games tomorrow and 2 on Saturday. The pitch, swing and a miss. Rushman strikes out the last 2 Bee Diggers, and the game is over. No runs on 2 hits, 2 left for the Bee Diggers. Strasburg wins 60-9. Post-game show brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Get a full plan of seafood and water for your field. Now is the time to begin your planning for next year's growing season. Call Dusty or Roxy, 970-571-2024. 16 runs, 13 hits, 8 errors, 11 left on base for Strasburg. 9 runs, 11 hits, 7 errors, 6 left on base for Brush. The winning pitcher was Anna Vetter. Avery Lefevre took the loss. Time of the game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. That first inning really made the difference with 6 runs as the Bee Diggers committed a bevy of errors. But credit Brush when they would come back down 9-1. And then all of a sudden, in the 4th inning, they rallied with 4 runs. Castillo with an RBI single. Michelle Headley reached in an air, driving in a run. Molly Wolf with a run-scoring single. Lefevre did the same. And then the same thing in the 5th inning. Hernandez drove in a run. Brianna Ludgate had an RBI and a ground-out. Castillo with her 2nd RBI single. And then Castillo scored in a wild pitch. But then Maddie Olson, who was on base every time in this game, with an RBI triple, gave Strasburg the lead for good. And again, she was the hitting star for Strasburg. She was 3 for 4, 3 runs scored, and a couple of RBIs. Addie Kent, the freshman, drove in 4. And as for the Bee Diggers, 3 hits from Castillo, 3 of the 11. Lefevre and Wolf had 2. And 2 RBIs, as I mentioned, for Castillo and Lefevre. Strasburg moves to 9-2. The Bee Diggers drop to 2-4. Well, we'll talk to you once again coming up on Tuesday when the Bee Diggers travel to Lions. 4 o'clock first pitch. Have a great night, and God bless from Strasburg. The final score: Strasburg 16, Brush 9. I'm John Beltran on 1010 KSIR on the TuneIn app. All part of the Eastern Plains Sports Network.